the first to know. Nsem-Pii TV.
Since the removal of Chief Justice, Madam Gertrude Isaba Torkonoo, news be a in Ghana's judiciary, I see a capture because on mass or can certain profound words, say once independence of the judiciary is attacked, ebema public confidence and trust in Ghana's judiciary ebekofom. Enti ene ho ena Roxanne Nelson Defeamekpor, Honorable Member of Parliament for South Day, the issues be about into the forefront, and you can call into these details. The news no is being captured in 2 articles. Yebe capture these 2 articles. Now you share a niema ekoso, especially between Ghana Bar Association and the executive President Mahama. Now basically you call into Nsema Roxanne Nelson Defeamekpor ekaye and at the entire or Kasa 7. Or say Ghana Bar Conference I eba also in the northern region, upper west wa share who say Ghana Bar Conference pa na President Mahama ama money invitation. Or say for a steady Ghana Bar Association from 2014 to 2017. Each and every time be a Omoya conference, say His Excellency Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo I say a shining star, on any omo Messi, on any omo Ronaldo, Jina or Kasa. He put so much pride in lawyers to say, or many obi to say His Excellency Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo onim the law, or argue cases in Supreme Court. Wabe the President of the Republic of a shining example of our association. Now, President Mahama, the Ghana Bar Association form person many years. Inti, who say Ghana Bar Association, or pe MPP for Nsem-Pii, no more pe President Mahama asem. Inti, even a the Ekoso Ghana Bar Conference, or more organizer or ma President Mahama invitation. First off, yen share Nyema Ghana Bar Association, or money the executive, current President Mahama, go through. Mubaye, and a Musibu Chief Justice. If you will, the head of the judiciary of the Republic of Ghana, one of the highest position ever in Ghana's judiciary, most suspended because of A, B, and C. Ghana Bar Association for a response, say a quite more fason, and yet you should reinstate the Chief Justice because of these reasons. Now, Ghana Bar Association, a association of all lawyers, they are like the one of the associations I'll pay the legal fraternity to pay the best of the best in terms of the law, the study of the constitution, acquire President Mahama at the Chief Justice and President Mahama ignore call Supreme Court yabo nina atwegu. Inti ultimo say there is some boiling water between Ghana Bar Association and President Mahama. Now so Ghana Bar Association be refused. He said it is a lie, a falsehood. And Roxanne Nelson Defeamekpor pedal. And then no correct. So Oma invited the President of the Republic of Ghana, President Mahama. By Yanko into these 2 articles, they share the underlining statement. It goes to show the relationship between Ghana Bar Association and the current executive, that is President Mahama's government. Already, they established say we benya confidence or court, we benya a kind of, especially a political case, obenya freedom, independence, fairness, no, sa confidence, no, so be a post here, you better me believe it's a better because some of the accusations that President Mahama Edema previous government after they are even heightened in these times. Into who complaining about people opportunity now why the times 5. Into what they say, as some may complaining about after they do now who send it here. Basically, that is it, in my opinion. And I will be a Ghana will be the liberty to express their own opinions. Now, Yanko first one. President Mahama has accepted our invitation to Ghana Bar Conference. Interrupting Nelson Defeamekpor invitation and President Mahama were accepted. By Yanko the Intia Roxanne Nelson Defeamekpor raised this allegation. The Ghana Bar Association has reacted to allegations that it refused to invite President John Dramani Mahama to its upcoming 2025 annual conference, which will be held in Wa, the capital of Upper West Region. They claimed that President Mahama was not invited to the Ghana Bar Conference was first made by Member of Parliament South D, Roxanne Nelson Defeamekpor, who called out the leadership of the Ghana Bar Association over what he described as their apparent aversion to President John Dramani Mahama. He drew a contrast between speakers at Ghana Bar conferences over the past 8 years and the lineup for upcoming edition to support his case. In a post on X Wednesday, August 20th, Minority Chief Whip shared a list of speakers scheduled for the GBA's 2025 annual conference and noted that while the association almost always platformed for President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo during his tenure, this current president did not make the list of this year's edition. Roxy Nelson Defeamekpor. I say, I said, yeah, each and every time, yeah. His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and then conform Kasamano and no more back Ghana Bar conferences. But after the Mahama, they're more bonato actually. Now your unalloyed bias against JDM and the NDC government is too glaring to be ignored now. You can continue to act as a wing to the main opposition party to do its bidding. We are ready for you. I saw how the GBA organized its annual conference from 2017 to 2024 in this country. The then President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo was nearly always a special guest of honor and speaker. That isn't the case in 2025. The president is conspicuously missing from the list of advertised speakers at the conference. In Tusha, from the narration of Roxanne Nelson Defeamekpor and at the reply from the president, be underlining opinion will be drawn and say, even though maybe President Mahama ye invited no, say omube display arts, omube display visuals, omube display marketing, say we neba at Ghana Bar Conference na lawyers mumbra mumbiti you know. Oman for the same Anna Amma President Mahama as Omodema His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, because the Ghana Bar Conference and the lawyers need na neighbor inti say obi ba be kasa omo peso munya the content of what is coming to see inti Ghana Bar Association on Roxanne Nelson Defeamekpor say was steady you say President Mahama die the modi yana na enye entwakwam. Now in a strongly worded statement we had a reply of the national president Ifua Gati, or a prominent female. Now say the man no omo ye excellent. Yeah, ye who in vice presidency, now president of Ghana Bar Association and a national secretary. GBA without naming the MP. Omo do man boniding. Say Nsem no can a false, a misleading, and misconception of facts. Yen share dientia or kasa. I say it clarified that the president has not only been invited to the conference but also accepted as guest of honor. The GBA wishes to set the record straight by stating that the President of the Republic, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, has been invited as the guest of honor of the 2025 annual conference of the GBA to be held in Wa, Upper West Region, now capital. The president has graciously accepted to honor the invitation. As far back as March 2025, the Bar Council paid a courtesy call on the president and extended an informal invitation. Thereafter, we sent a formal invitation dated 21st July 2025, which was received at the presidency on 29 July 2025. Subsequently, the GBA received an acceptance letter from the president dated 1st August 2025, reference number OPS 311-25-2817. Part of the statement read, the association explained that an earlier publication of notice on the 2025 annual conference did not include President Mahama because at the time he had not received a response of his invitation. Inti Hana may be confusion because I said the association explained that an earlier publication of notice on the 2025 annual conference did not include President Mahama because at that time it had not received a response to his invitation. This is where the matter is, because it's a matter of relationship. Some mobile publication of notice of the 2025 annual bar conference. Major guest of honor, major nipa or ye most prominent. Moba mode ye like mode mamu so bano. Either someone response from here, mobe press and mobe a response. And sana makwa acquire that publication. Mobe play. But wait dear, more train. On kasa ya twin and on my publication of notice say Ghana Bar Conference and omudi probably will be fufro at a headlining and no na Roxanne Nelson Defeamekpor kan wasem but me who say sansam na ye kan say the independence of the judiciary, the trustworthiness of the judiciary are baffled. It is even affecting the relationship with Ghana Bar Association, the normal lawyers and the NDC government. But of course, we be able to say for got so our history with the New Patriotic Party. But I'll share the legal argument on make here with the removal of the Chief Justice. So be any who I catch say so much politically aligned. To say the all politics pa the omo the Chief Justice rather than the omo advocate say for the stay of the Chief Justice, because a typical example here the New Patriotic Party omunya Speaker Alban Kingsford Babbing. Try so much as possible. Even Alban Kingsford Babbing, the voice, very prominent in the Republic of Ghana, are all speaking to the conscience of each and every time the executive if crime which means Alban Kingsford Babbing in some or they were all kasama opposition for the voice. But the National Democratic Congress, it's a shame. Say almost silence the voice of the opposition. And then no any idea the chichiri crew say what's the opposition to prison and then no, you have to allow diverse opinions. Of course it did determine and the emboa, but SOS obwa na obia only unya drink kwa etimere echere dream and no and ever build a great nation for the Republic of Ghana. Now it's added that a subsequent notice which stated that this year's conference shall be under the distinguished patronage of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, the President of the Republic of Ghana, as guest honor, was published after President's response to his invitation had been received. Into where a rifter, and then you say a possible rift to say a potential rift to say rift between Ghana Bar Association and Roxanne Nelson Defeamekpor on a perception, opinion of how Omo handle President Mahama's presidency. And it will be following and matters of the judiciary nina yebedi because a very, very important say Ghana yebenya confident in your judiciary, sending the rule of law, independence, trustworthiness, fairness nina will be done and also seen to be done.
Okay. They published this one on February 11th, 2022. 2022.
In fact, as I said, you don't even have to, as I say, let the way you can every morning. I see a can every morning. And you see, then you are right. Say, so what can say? Mampeni Mahama and his strategy into a radio station.
Yes, President Mahama has given express orders to NCA.
Someone to a radio station.
Through the Ministry of Communication to close down wound to me. Quote to me everywhere. Anyway.
Oma to your 3 stations.
Oma said that.
Intention.
President Mahama the troll, a catcher almost say or friend almost say or money. He did that. And it goes beyond Sam George. Yes. It goes beyond the Director General of NCA. Because President Mahama nama order no.
According to one
a message read another statement. Yeah, was I'm making say one would do be president be man. No media house will be closed down. Okay. And you try such a dishonest person. But President Mahama is a very dishonest person.
But then offer statement now pa incidents in afano. Ne yi di ne shemu. Unim se nkofo na ya between the match shemu. Let no speak today.
Yeah.
Unim sa.
Yeah.
You obi edi free to time.
In fact,
now the obi edi
the whole letter no a ewo ho no o kan kwa na wo se agumi.
Yes.
Se Nsem-Pii Mahama etimi accuse President Akufo-Addo. Se why say dia.
Se woni dia.
Bono, yes I can calculate ni biom. Ye be check mu paragraph by paragraph. Yes I can calculate ni biom.
Because for the
yeah, no, the fair ye be check okan ye be check mu otwi mu. Paragraph by paragraph.
I say Yakopon say mamonwe de cham be di.
There be.
O chan
be dwendwen.
E chan be dwendwen no.
Enti no.
O say wo be yi.
Yeah.
O free ho no.
Yeah.
Then the thing came.
Yeah. Say another day.
Yeah, what that
and you know, yes, I can't cut any beam.
Mr. Santi, me send you busy. Yes, starting free.
Yeah, newsroom. No, send the link in the man cry. Obey me a project and I can kind.
Oh, okay.
I send the link.
Oh, when I'm saying,
I do send them.
Yeah,
I come advertisers no.
Now,
mama to be book.
Nanki
dia kotaso.
Yeah, digital screen.
No, na way be publish wo baby. No, publish this letter everywhere.
As I say, you two ye boase.
Yes.
Na you can't change the musa de kan Bible asori
dem no.
Na enkrofo ti ase. Ni nti aye kan say to me radio stations na atumu no e o man Prez Mahama and ama express orders say yen tutum sir because reasons nti aye dey tutum no entasu enti godon yensan kan krata ni biom
okay
how there o sede ma asantia yensan kan biom ye live on Facebook ye live on YouTube ni nyina ye stream live and ye live on Movement TV and now make us say want to me radio Accra yatum want to me radio Kumasi yatum want to me radio Takrade yatum na reasons ntia yatum no ebi die kura buru ye de so enso yatu ye die mu obi afono so sen wan na no mu ntasu so edo so sen wo die
and ma mencha o ma hin kobnasa
o ma hin kobnasa
ma mencha yen ma mencha me brother o ma hin kobnasa be wo bia and Shelby has nothing to do with asema the car first
on they say na ni abrin 20
sa
okay na ni abrin
okay
on be catch no
sa on be catch
eti wono yen kenkan sa akrata no
okay
yen kenkan sa akrata no ya
ma menkan bi me da ma Mr.
Eti be yen kakra
okay what say dear President Akufo-Addo, I am appalled at the growing criminalization of speech and journalism in Ghana under your watch in this 21st century. An investigative journalist was murdered under very troubling circumstances. Yet, while the Ghanaian people and the international community have demanded justice, government's inability or unwillingness to act is obvious to all. The police have virtually shelved the investigations into this brutal murder. There have also been several disturbing instances of harassment of journalists in the line of duty.
Yeah, go on. You can crack.
Okay, Martin.
The Edika no wachia mampeni. Na o see. Why no use appalled?
Yes.
Ni wadwino ni yempo hihino.
Okay.
Se niema sei ekoso ewo man mu. Ebra ono na ye o mampeni.
Ebra ono Akufo-Addo ye mampeni.
Na obeye mampeni yakum Nsem-Pii. He was referring to Ameswali.
Ya chichen sentrofo akum Nsem-Pii.
Or he was referring to Ameswali.
Yes.
Say yakuno. Abra ono Akufo-Addo.
Mampeni. Okay. Yenko.
Okay. There have been several disturbing instances of harassment of journalists in the line of duty. We have witnessed media establishments close down on your instructions.
That's okay.
Despite many appeals to
Yatu ameyimu Nsem-Pii ko kasa agnew yesi akochi wo mo Nsem-Pii ni ko kasa esi gnew yakochi wo mo afedi enkofo radio no mu TV station so ma die nso a wo tutum wo hye empanimfo mo de nyima na no se yantutu sam fidie no nyina mu
ai abre a ya pa wacho
amofo pa ucho ni nyina
wo pa ya ma nyina achi no wa hye se osi Akufo-Addo ya pa wacho nso wa hye se yantutu radio stations mo Ghana yenkwe.
All right. Was it now? In the space of less than 2 weeks, 4 people have suffered police action, criminalizing their right to free speech.
Now, Chimienu Tempe, any pan nine, and a place of Aquachi or much as a ye come Casabwa so yem, Uko Casa pet, yesi abecho o kan we yesi abecho na otwe mienu ntem nipa nan
enya so ye kan kasa bo asom yem keku amo criminalizing free speech say obi ekasa o person ni to afiase
say no say o person enkasa kura nti wakasa de wakonya mane
e ka wakasa de etia obi a enke e several matter but
they are criminalizing no
yes
say ye do kotum
sa nti nkobi
akasa na me kasa tia wa na enya wo da wo de be ko information akusa me don damage
yesu de ya de aprosifo ni national security for ali yokofo ni abetiro ti say de wakobokro no
okay
was it as attorney general at the time who led the repeal of the criminal libel law in order that citizens could freely express their views. It is unconscionable to be suppressing the rights and criminalizing the speech of citizens and journalists.
I say, wo benso na ya attorney general wo na ohwema yeyi emre bia so kokasem bia se ya chew anya friend criminal libel law no free wo se de be ye na Ghana fo betumi akasa obi e ha wo mo nti anwanwa se ne ya obe mampani no wo mom na wodi animu na obi kasa na aprosifo kura no na ye twina bo so nti enwanwa papa.
All right.
O breso na sa ma no AC.
It is even more worrying when the power of the state is used as a pilot tool in this intimidating endeavor.
Was it the who ne nwanwa kura ne awre ho ne se sansam se ba anke be fa mra kwan so ye be fa court so no na ya fa oman no bambofo te se police te se BNIB te se national security and ye di hunahuna etata Ghana for open so.
Was it radio and TV presenter Captain Smart was dragged from court, and although he had been granted bail, sent into detention. Another radio presenter Ohinibabu Amabenye has also been incarcerated for statements he allegedly made. A civil society activist was arrested, detained, sent to court on criminal charges, granted bail, and yet detained again for making statement against you, President Akufo-Addo.
Captain Smart, no, no court, your man bail no asa no. Ohinibabu Amabenye, no court, say wakokasem, social media activist back on also no, say wakasa tiawo o mampani Nana Addo Akufo-Addo.
As if to suggest insincerity behind the serious decriminalization of speech that you led, another radio presenter, Bobi Ansa, has been arrested, detained, and charged, criminalized for speaking and making allegations against your wife.
Now, I said,
this is John Mahama speaking.
I said, Ukraino, sa criminal label on Abbey for not and Yakuma Pem, and I'd be you free hot no. Bobi Ansa and some training. Most of our said, "Tia, we walk with Fado." I'm
actually.
Okay. Again, last week, security personnel linked to your party brutalized a radio presenter and producer in the city of Takoradi. Such lawless attacks have today become common occurrences in our country.
Now, 2 years.